as far as doing blogging, are you talking about, because a lot of people use a lot of different words when they're trying to talk about their communication
Hmm.
on a regular type process? Are you going to be doing literally written word, or are you doing infographics and written? Or are you considering doing video, audio? What is your plan as far as the type of communication?
Okay, yeah. So I'd like to do written posts.
Hmm.
Been looking a lot into SEO and sort of, I guess, the equation to
Uh-huh.
so that I can rank on the results page on Google. And
Uh-huh.
then I've been looking into, I feel like for my niche, since I want to stick to sort of health, wellness, maybe home interior. So I'd like to stick to blog posts and then promote on Pinterest. I've heard that that's really good to use for the niches that I'm sort of looking to promote products in.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. I would say then I would say when it comes to where you're putting the information, you had mentioned Pinterest. Um, I would I would say the most important thing you can consider is who the message is for,
Mm-hmm.
and how much attention you can get on a particular platform for that type of an audience. And then on top of that, is it a platform that they're paying the most attention, or are they are the most receptive to your type of messaging when they're on that platform, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for example, your demo psychographic may be on Facebook at 9 p.m. regularly, but they may not be in the right frame of mind to absorb your content and process it in a way that results in them utilizing it to the advantage that you want them to, right? So that's a lot of words for basically saying you could put it on Pinterest, but and people will see it, but will that equate to some sort of a response that helps you?
Okay.
And so therefore you really want to go beyond just the demographic and think about the psychographic of the person and understand the cultures of the platforms for which you're using to get the information dispersed out there. Um, you know, I'm assuming if you're planning on doing blogs, you're probably looking at a little longer form, more enterprise grade content that you're going to be putting on your website and then taking excerpts of it and bite-sized pieces of it, we'll say, and putting it out there in social media. And you
Yeah.
mentioned Pinterest.
Yep. Exactly.
So yeah, so I would say in that environment, you really want to focus on picking the platforms that are going to be getting the most attention for the type of person that you want, that thinks the way they think, and then are they using that platform in that space to that will really make an impression on them that's lasting? Is it going to create a latent impression on them, or is it just going to be something that they'll scroll past? Because either is important, right? That both have their place. So if you're trying to get brand building done, awareness that you're alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then usually the platforms that provide you with good exposure don't necessarily always equate uh, to a conversion that you're looking for, but yet you're still making the impressions, right? So sometimes you have to look at that as a positive thing and say, listen, I need to get exposure, so I need to get impressions. And then you're not really looking for the conversions. You're utilizing that platform to its fullest potential, which is to get you the maximum amount of exposures with the right people. They don't have to convert today. The problem with social media platforms in general is a lot of people rely on them to convert right away, and they don't do that. Even with paid advertising, you can be running paid ads and it will be claiming that you're getting, because you would think with paid ads, you says, well, they're clicking on this, or they're supposed to be calling that. Well, there's a lot of ins and outs and nuances to what Facebook or the other platforms claim is the conversion, and then you wind up paying for a bunch of stuff that doesn't really do much for you. So that's a whole nother process that you have to look into. But I would either hire someone or really plan on giving yourself an education on that process, because you want to set up the actual connectivity between like a Facebook platform and your website such that you can get the it's called a metapixel, and
Yeah.
basically what that process does is
Yeah.
it
I'm
creates a good
familiar with.
solid handshake. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and we had a lot of my manager wasn't happy with, because we'd used, in my previous role, we had used an agency to run our Facebook ads, and they were not very happy with the estimated conversions
Right.
that they reported. So that's definitely something I would like to put into someone else's hands if I decide to do the paid advertising.